Hi everyone, and welcome back to another video guide. So today I'm bringing you the Assassin vs. Kung Fu Master in-depth guide. Now, first I have a few things to say, and that would be to congratulate the first Supa subscriber to get Diamond, and that is Sight over there. I'm super proud of you. Good job, man. I'm so glad that you improved so much in the short time. You know, you'd be able to kill those summoners, kill those destroyers, and blade dancers, and climb your rating. And I also checked the ladders as of this morning when I logged on. And there's two other super hot subscribers that I know for sure because that got Diamond. And one of them is a Mario, and shout outs to a Mario. Super proud of you. I've had also the pleasure of playing against you and a Rovit. Congratulations to both of you guys for getting Diamond. I'm so proud of you guys as well. So for the rest of you guys, keep it up. You know, you can see, like, you can clearly see that, you know, you guys can improve, and you know, I'm sure I'm giving you everything I know, and I know that you guys can do it, and it's just a matter of practice. So keep it up and good job. Next, I've gotten so many pictures from you guys, and I'm so happy that you guys are sending me all these pictures of your progress, and some of you have taken the extra step to edit them, and I love them. I love the edits, and I won't be able to personally congratulate you like I will for the people who sent just regular progress pictures at the end of the guide, but I want to congratulate you all here. And because I'm going to now start putting these pictures throughout the courses of my guide. So the entirety of the guide, I'm going to have some of my favorite content that have been put up. And if you don't see yours here, and I've told you, if you've made one of these edits, and I've told you how much I love them, I'm just saving it for the next guide or whatnot, because I don't want to pack all of my favorite pictures that you sent me into just one guide. So I want to spread them out. So yeah, so keep sending them to me. I love them. I love the edits in particular. Thank you so much. Fuck. Oh fuck it, I'm too lazy to restart that. Anyways, let's go and jump into fucking and talk about some Kung Fu Masters. So I rate the Kung Fu Masters a 2 out of 5 on the spiciness difficulty level, according to the current patch of Spiral Labyrinth level 45 Hung Mun 5 patch. So as of the state of the game goes, Kung Fu Masters are the second most represented class, guys. According to the whatever source that made that graph from Reddit or whatnot, next to summoners. And it's really interesting because they're not one of the easier classes to play, and of course summoners are more popular because they're inbred and anyone can play them. But it shows you how strong this Kung Fu Master class is, because it shits on summoners, it shits on destroyers. I think it's 50-50 with blade dancers, I believe, and they also beat Force Masters. So they beat some of the most represented classes that on the ladders. Thank God there's no Blade Masters, because I think Blade Masters do really well against Kung Fu Masters. But then there's Assassins. You know, everything's got their pecking order, right? Their food chain. And thankfully that we got Kung Fu Masters to shit on, because other than that, every single class that we fight in Arena is an unfavorable matchup. So thankfully we have these guys to feed off of. So yeah, that being said, what makes them so strong? Well, what makes them so strong is the fact that in about 6 seconds, in 4 stuns, they can kill you. Which is, you know, the opposite of Assassins, the opposite of Assassins, where, you know, we have 36 fucking stuns, but and we kill you over the course of 36 seconds. So interesting dynamic there. But yeah, so I think that's all we need to talk about. And yeah, let's go move on to the talent tree section and see what moves and abilities KFMs have that we gotta look out for. Enjoy the take care and enjoy the guide, guys. So welcome to the talent tree section. Let's take a look at what KFMs have at their disposition. So we're going to start with, of course, their tab escape. Now, It's very similar to all the other tab escapes that you've encountered from the standard classes, like Blade Masters, Blade Dancers, etc. So in a tab escape, they'll knock you down and daze you. But they've also been playing with a different kind of tab escape recently, because there's, this kind of different kind of method of fighting assassins that KFMs have tried to been tinkering with. So, and that would be playing with the tab escape that would knock back enemies. So they would tab escape, they would knock you away, and they would usually follow this up with a leaping smash where they jump to you and hit you from a very long range away, and then it will knock you into the air. So you'll encounter one of these two methods that they're playing with, and that will tell you like how they're playing it. More of an aerial based game to get damage on us, or that traditional KFM who really goes to punish those back rolls, follow those up with CC, and go for that big ground kill combo. So yeah, you'll encounter one of these two tab escapes when you're fighting KFMs. Next is their ice, again on their tab button. This can either be the ice or the big dick PvE party buff that gives them a shitload of damage. Now you'll rarely encounter this because it would take a KFM with a significant amount of balls to play this against an assassin. But if they do, and if they do catch you, you're pretty much dead. But then again, even without it, you're pretty much dead if you actually got caught. But most of the time you'll encounter this Ice Guard. So Ice Guard's ability that they use it, and once they use it, let's say you're in stealth, and if you're within the 8-meter radius of it, it will take you out of stealth. It will kind of this ice kind of shatters everywhere, and it will take you out of stealth. So really interesting. You wanna be a little far away if you think that it's gonna happen. You can also queue this by the way. If happens that you queued and they use it at the same time, you will go into stealth. But yeah, so what this ability does is that they smash the ground, ice goes everywhere. Ice goes everywhere, but it doesn't do any damage or anything like that. It just somehow takes you out of stealth. And for the next 3 seconds, it will put them in an ice kind of encasement when they get hit by something. So it's kind of like a stalling mechanism or protective mechanism to make sure that they don't get opened on by us. Helps a lot with them. Let's say they time at the right time when you were trying to come in for a stun, then you would have hit that, and they can get out of it and counter and retaliate. But you could also use this to your advantage, because when they're encased in this ice, they have a clear back, so you can move around, go to the back, and then use your infiltrate and go right in and get a whole new stealth for 6 seconds. So that's one of the big ways to play around this ability. Usually when I see this, I'll throw like a shuriken at it. Hopefully if I have a poison shuriken, I kind of don't want to waste my shadow shuriken, my X, on it. But yeah, if I see this, I'll either wait it out if I have the chance, or I'll try to proc it. And then get behind and go into stealth really quickly. So the next ability is their tab, Flying Slam. This ability is really interesting, and when they're a certain distance away from you, so we're talking significant distance away from you, they can use this and leap to you, and it goes through your decoy, it goes through your deflex, it goes through defenses, so you're a sitting duck whenever they decide to use it on you. But it has a relatively long animation, and when he's entering kind of your range, so it's very, very easy for you to cue it. So if you're just sitting at that range, you have it's a good probability that they're going to use this ability, and just hold down, mash your Q, and when they come in, get that free Q, baby. There's 2 ways they can play with this ability. There is either the one that knocks you up and penetrates your defenses, or the one that knocks you up only if you're knocked down. And this one's very often paired with the with the tab escape, that knocks you away. So when they have this, they'll sweep you, knock you down, and if you use a ground combo or they suspect that you're going to use a ground counter, then they're just going to and that you're not going to use your back roll or your one to get up. Then they will SS and they will use its ability. So and get more aerial damage on you. So yeah, so these are the two ways that KFMs will play with this ability. Next we have, let's go into our AF. Yeah, let's go into AF. Probably my absolute favorite KFM ability, and I think it's the coolest looking ability that they have, is the fucking Shoryuken. And they come at you and they fucking Shoryuken, they hit you and punch you up into the air. Oh, fucking looks amazing, man. I love this ability. So yeah. This happens, as you can see, the requirements are that the target is stunned, dazed, or that they just use backstep, so they SS'd away from you, or on hit of Cyclone Kick, which is their F, their kick, and or a Searing Blow. Now you'll get this. I usually get this ability when out of a back roll. So they can use this after the back roll, as it says backstep or retreat. Retreat is their back roll. So I usually get this a lot after they back roll. So let's say I hit them with 3, I knocked them down, and they back rolled, and then they will come up and use that if I haven't used my wood block, my decoy, or if I've already used it. So but you can queue this ability. You can queue it, and I'll show you later on. So, because it's relatively slow as it's winding up and coming at you. So yeah, so you can punish that animation for sure. Oh yeah, really cool ability. Knocks you into the air. Another arrow combo. Another one. What do we got next? Okay, let's go into counter. Okay, counter. Counter, the bread and butter of KFMs, really, as far as defensive mechanisms. Fortunately, really easily abused by assassins. I feel bad, but there's so many things assassins can do around this. Now this counter, it only goes up for 1 second, and it has a cooldown of 1.3 seconds. So there's a time of 0.3 seconds that you can do something in between it. And you watch the animations, like they put up their hands, and as it comes down, and you have like 0.3 seconds, if you time it correctly, that you can do things. And I'll show you later on tips and tricks how we can deal with that. But yeah, so you'll encounter 2 types of counters that KFMs will play with, and one is the regular counter, and the other one is the elbow counter. Elbow counter, a really cool mechanism, I'll talk about it in a second. But yeah, so if they play with the standard counter, if they counter something, they are now resistant to stun and daze for 2 seconds after the counter. So really interesting. You really want to be mindful of this if they're playing in this manner, because you'll sometimes you'll be like, okay, like you'll use an ability, let's say like I don't know, you'll use an ability and they countered it, and then let's say you want to go for like an F daze, if you want to go for an F daze, or like an SSF and then 3 as one of the little strategies I'll teach you later. They're resistant to it for 2 seconds after they use their counter. So be wary, like be mindful. When you see a Kung Fu master, be like, okay, that's the counter he's using, and I'm gonna like keep that in mind for the rest of the match. So don't instantly try to hit them with like some daze or stun CC after they counter one of your abilities. But they shouldn't be countering too many of your abilities. There's not really much that you can really throw into a counter outside of stealth. So yeah. So nextly, yeah, we got our elbow counter. Now, elbow counter, really interesting because it's not a defensive ability. So when we use our moths on it, that disables defensive abilities of our opponents, it doesn't stop this. So they can keep countering while they have their, while we have our moths on them. So really, really interesting. Really, we gotta be mindful of this. And I feel like most KFMs use an elbow counter, but this costs chi. So if they're spamming it too much, they'll be they'll be low on chi. But then again, KFMs don't really need too much chi to work with. But yeah, so it counters for So this, again, you can counter between it. It doesn't say like the duration of the counter, but it's an animation, and you have to understand the animation, and you'll see it, and then you'll be able to judge like in between the animations, and I'll show an example of that later on. All right, so don't need anything in there. 3, leg sweep. Okay, so leg sweep. This is like this is one of the abilities that they'll try to use to get you out of stealth. Unfortunately, you know, most of the time we've prayed enough to RNGesus and we'll evade these things, and it feels awful because it feels awful when something gets when you know an assassin's in stealth and they evade the things that you throw at them, even if you hit them. So it's like sucks, but yeah, it's a 5-meter radius. They'll follow this up with this is kind of something that they use to get back roll out of you. So if you see this, then there's kind of like 2 methods that they're really going to. There's 2 reasons why they use it. At the end of the day, it's one, to get your back roll out of you, or if you don't have your back roll, then they're going to try to follow this up with a V stun. And I'll show you in a second about that. But yeah, really neat ability. Standard sweeps, knocks down. That's it. Alright, so the Comet Strike. This is the quick scope of the KFMs. This is R3 for KFMs, except there's Dazes, so it's a little better. But yeah, really cool ability. And it's a line skill shot, has 2 by 8 meters in a direction that you're facing, and this is usually comboed off of their Pentaslash, fucking a best. Their Pentaslash. So they'll use a Pentaslash or use any ability that will get that is a daze or knockdown, hoping to get the back roll out of you. And when you use it, then they'll snipe you with this bad boy, and then they will chain a big combo off of that. So yeah, be mindful. Move sporadically. This can be, of course, decoyed. So yeah, you can decoy it or you can queue it. That's the main method that I've been able to deal with it, because I know it's something that's going to be chained off of an ability, so I try to queue as fast as I can. But yeah, okay. So what do we got? What do we got? Right, this bad boy. Okay, so Tiger's Pounce. So this is a knockdown that can be only used after they assessed. And it's very obvious, it's very telegraphed, that they will use his ability. When they SS away from you, without kind of, let's say that, like when you know that there's nothing that you could have really done to them, and they SS away, it's like, what are you SSing away from? What are you scared of? And you'll realize it's to use his ability. And most of the time that I will defend myself with my decoy. Decoy is something that I tried not to use very often against KFMs because it's so severely punished at close range. At long range, when they're far from you and they have to close the gap, there isn't much that there's only, I think, one ability from KFMs that decoy doesn't care about our decoy. So yeah, so this is one of them that you can easily it's very telegraphed and very easy to read, and if they SS, they're coming in with this knockdown, so you can use your decoy. That's probably one of the best times I would recommend using your decoy. It's really fast, so it's hard to queue, so just letting you know that. Alright, triple kick. Okay, this is the initiator. This is the LB stun. This is the this is what gets the ball rolling on KFMs. So this ability is a 2-second stun, which they then chain all of their combos off of, and this can be only used when you're defending. So when you're using your decoy, or if you're using your ground counter on the ground, or if they've resisted with their Q and E. Now, you gotta really be mindful of this. When they Q, and when they use their Q or E, and you hit into it, and you'll know when you hit into it, it'll say resist, and you just like, at that point, you just go fuck, and you get as far away from those guys as you can. Drop your Q, like SS, RB bolt the fuck away. Like you gotta deal with this, because you gotta get the hell away, because that's what's coming for you. And yeah. So make sure you know that this is coming and how this ability kind of starts. So again, if you're defending, so like if they're standing around you, a lot of KFMs will literally sit there and mash RB if they're on top of you, like literally sitting on top of you, sitting on your face, and just like running circles around you. That's what they're doing. They're spamming RB, waiting for you to use your decoy. Don't use it. Just don't. Just don't. Like the only things they can do to you if they're running circles around you is they can use their leg sweep, that you can use their comet strike, and that or they can if they really want to like pray to Jesus or whatever they're praying to, they can go for a Z stun if they really feel lucky. If you're not jumping around sporadically in different directions, which you should be doing when they're on top of you. So it's really risky for them to use something so important as their Z stun, but usually they'll go for like something safe and they'll use this or the knockdown or the daze if you're not falling for if you're not falling for it, you're not going to use your decoy. So yeah, so this is what they usually do. This is what they're doing when they're running around circles, when they're running circles around you. Yeah, so you'll see two kinds of triple kicks played with. You'll see this bad boy, which stuns you when you're defending and when they've resisted something, or this bad boy, which is like a quick scope version of a stun. So it's a 2x8 meter, very similar to our Shadow Slash and their Comet Strike, their daze stun, and this can only be used when they resist with Q and E, or they resist with backstab. So with SS. So yeah, so you'll see one of these two. Depends on the KFM again. So you'll know one of them can be used when you're defending. If it's only a close range one. If you see the long range one, it looks like he's kicking the air and some fucking fire comes at you and stuns you, and yeah, and that's what it is. So you know that when you're playing with this, you can use your decoy happily whenever they're running the circles around you. So don't worry about it. Go for it. Okay, so that's Q. Bread and butter for KFMs as far as defensive mechanisms. Again, with their counter. These, like, between counter, there's such spammable counter and these very powerful Q and Ds. That's what really makes KFM so strong right now. So, again, these Q and Ds, these are the longest iframes out of any class. No class has iframes like these. And, you know, they kind of need them. So I understand that. So again, similar to any class's Q or E, as long as they're a class that actually goes around a target. But this one, it increases their movement speed, of course, heals them for a little bit. But this iframe is 2 seconds, as opposed to most classes, which is 1 second. And an interesting mechanism is their agility mechanic. And whenever they resist something, they get 1 stack of agility per resist. If they resist more within that iframe of their Q or their E, then they will get more stacks of agility. Once they arrive to 3 stacks of agility, they will get max agility for 6 seconds. And what max agility does is that it increases their evade chance. So you know, you're in stealth, you're an assassin, you're in stealth. You know what our evade's kind of like, where people try to hit you with abilities and it will just evade. Very similar. So if you're using something that requires like something that is a skill shot, for example, let's say R3. If you use R3 on him when he's evading like that, he's going to evade. When he's on max agility, he's going to evade. If you try to use your 4 stun like that, he's going to evade. So the only thing you can really do about this is things that are like really, really targeted, things that are like hard targets, like an LB stun will work. I think tap swap. Yeah, tap swap works as well. Things like that. You want to use like a hard targeted ability that like really is a lock on. Nothing that's like skill shot or else you're gonna miss and you're gonna evade. So you really don't want to mess with them too much. You don't want to use anything like that when they're in this agility state. You want to kind of stall it out or wait for it to be over with. But yeah, really cool mechanic that they have. Alright, SS, very standard. Now there's Z. Okay, Z is one of the 3 big stuns 4 big stuns that they will be using to kill you. This is a spinning crane kick, helicopter dick ability that stuns you. It's very simple, and it also heals them for a little bit. And when they get their hung one, so later on, this is a little bit down the road, I'm just telling you, it's going to suck you in and stun you. Very similar to a Blade Dancer V. You know, that siphon in from the Blade Dancers that suck you in and daze you. This is going to stun you. So, but this is later on. It's going to be level 50. Don't worry about it right now. I'm just letting you know. And it will take you out of stealth when it does that. So be mindful once that comes around. But yeah, right now, very simple. It's got a little radius, and they kind of really got to be on top of you to use this accurately. Yeah, very standard. Okay, alright, so there's Searing Palm. Interesting ability. So Searing Palm's an ability they'll put on you. It's a debuff. They'll put this ability on you, and when they put it on you, it will also inflict these Searing Palm stacks for 10 seconds. And it will do damage, and this damage will also take you out of stealth, very similar to the lightning from Blade Dancers once they've choked you and apply that lightning. You know, that lightning that comes down, takes you out of stealth, very similar. So be mindful of this when you have Searing Palm on you. Look, if you have these stacks on you, then know that like if you try to go into stealth, it might break you out of stealth. So keep that in mind. So yeah, so the main debuff of this Searing Palm, or this palm ability, is that when they put it on you, and they hit you a certain amount of times, which is 8 times, receiving 8 attacks, it will consume the Searing Palm and stun you for an additional 2 seconds. If they don't, If they don't consume these stacks and stun you, let's say you tab escaped and you're hanging around. At the end of this, you're gonna get knocked down for 3 seconds. So watch it. If you're not caught in a stun combo, watch that Searing Palm debuff. You can assess it. You can S it, and you can kind of treat it as like that boss in a Serpent Supply base, the chef, the assassin chick who puts a time bomb on your back. Very similar. Q it, SS it, QSS it. Now if you Q it, I've rarely gotten to stealth doing it. So if you Q, you won't get into stealth. At least I haven't gotten into stealth. So what I like to do is I like to SS it. But yeah, so I think that's really it. Yeah, that's it. So we'll stun you if it's consumed. If it doesn't get consumed, and they're not hitting you during it, then you're going to you're getting a knockdown. And if you have these Searing Palm stacks on you, they will take you out of stealth. That's what you need to know. They're Pentaslash. So this is the KFM Pentaslash. I call all the C abilities that classes have that are all the same. They have 5 ticks. It's a channeled ability. I call those Pentaslashes. So very similar. Dazes, you can't Q this. You only can eat one Q tick or two ticks if you Q it. Same with your decoy. There isn't really much to do with this ability as far as outplay potential. Now this ability is kind of used to get the back roll out of you. Best case scenario for a KFM is that your back roll is already out of the way and they can use this freely. So what I like to do with this ability is when they're using it to get the back roll out of it, I'll take hits, hit, and near the end of it, I will back roll. Because very often they want to kind of chain this with the, as I said, the quick scope for KFMs, the follow-up days, combat strike. So I will back roll near the end of this, and I will try to Q. I will try to SS. I'll try to use my decoy to try to get away from this ability. The follow-up, sorry, and hope that they mess up their timing. All right, and last but not least, I believe is last but not least. Oh no, I'm missing one more. Okay, so second last but not least is their Tremor. All right, so this is their other big stun. So their big stuns, reiterating, is of course the Initiator, the LB stun for KFMs, is the triple kick, the multi kick, The Z, the X, the V. The big one, sorry, Z, X, V. Those are the big four of KFMs that will kill you. Yeah, so this tremor. Now, this tremor is really interesting because let's say you get knocked down. It's like it has a radius, you stop the ground, and if you're caught in it, whatever, you're stunned. So when you're on the ground, they can just freely use this, and when you ground, and if you ground counter, they will just they will stop, and they'll penetrate the defense and deflex. But if you time this from knockdown, we're talking like if you just chain from one stun to the other, then you can't do anything about it unless you have your tap escape. But if they try to chain this off a knockdown, so if they try to initiate you, let's say they SS, they use their knockdown kick, as I said, their LB, and then you're on the ground, you don't have your back roll, or you don't want to use it, and then they use this tremor stomp, boom, and then they stun you. If you use it's like a fraction of a second. It's like more fucking base god, like you're praying to base god than it is your actual skill. If you really time this correctly, if just by a fluke, fucking hashtag calculated, you manage to use your ground counter right as he's about to hit you with it, like we're talking the foot's about to come down, there's that split second where you're still ground countering, and if they instantly hit, they'll press V and then will hit you with something because they'll assume that you're in a stun. You will stun them from the ground counter. So really interesting, like super flukes, but it's pretty consistent if you time it perfectly. They tried to change this. They tried to change this in their upcoming patch that assassins and other classes are able to ground counter after they've been stunned. But like there's still that kind of fraction of a second that you can still do it with this ability in particular. So keep that in mind. Yeah. And yes, last but not least is the Avenging Fist. Now this ability can be used once they counter something. So once they've countered something, they can charge at you and knock you down. And it disables your defense. Now, not all KF. I've noticed not all KFMs really use this ability with me. Some do. Some don't. So some it's like they just don't even bother with this ability. But yeah, just letting you know, if you do encounter it, it's once they've countered, they can charge at you and it will knock you down with this fist, and it will also disable your defense. So yeah, very simple. Okay, that is also, let's go to what builds that we need to fight KFMs. So, what tools do we need to fight Kung Fu Masters? Well, let's make our skeleton that we make for every single class. So we're going to start it out with our tab escape to get out of stuns, dazes, knockdowns. We're going to grab 2 points in our web that we always want. We're going to grab, we're looking at that. We're going to grab 3 points into our infiltrate for the reduced cooldown from 9 to 6 seconds and the 99% evasion on 1 extra incoming ability if we fail to enter stealth. Then we're going to grab 2 points into Shadowless Step to get the stealth once we use it. We're going to grab 4 points into our Heart Stab, always for the animation canceling. 3 points for our Escape Flower, our second escape for the stasis and duns, stuns and dazes, and our Lotus Dance for the immunity, our smoke screen for the projectile deflection and chi regeneration, and that is our core. Yeah, that's our core. Alright, so let's now build this for our Kung Fu Masters. So, Kung Fu Masters, although they do have a C's, and I forgot to talk about it, a choke, in the Kung Fu Master talent section, because you don't see this very often. And the only way they can really do it, because they spec out of the original C's for other abilities, like their ice, they spec out of the C's for the ice. The only other C's that they have is off of an aerial combo. So they'll kick you up into the air, do a little bit of aerial combo, and as you're coming down, they will seize you and they will grapple you. And you'll see this very, very rarely. It's not something that most KFMs want to do because it's very scary if you're fighting somebody competent who can counter it if they decide to use an ability. So, and it really doesn't do really anything except stall for like, 3 seconds. So don't really worry about it. I don't worry about it, and you'll rarely see it. So just 1 point. Now you're damaged. Now you choose, it's the kind of player you are. Do you like playing with just a Dark Strike, having that proc F that allows you to do more damage? Or do you go for the consistency of the RKO, that's what I like to call it, the close shave, that makes it, it heals you for a little bit, gives you a little bit of sustain. It's sustained damage, so you know that damage will come in, it's guaranteed, and it also extends your combos and allows you to chain other abilities because they're in this recovery animation after getting RKO'd. So yeah, I love my Close Shave. I play with Close Shave against Kung Fu Masters. Next is, of course, you know me, I love my Shadow Slash. I love my Shadow Slash. I will spec into Shadow Slash as much as I can. So I love it. The knockdown, the charge disable, the slow, it's just wonderful ability. Your 2x3 meter skill shot. So I spec for that. 1 second, let me change this to 1 because of course you hit 45, you instantly get home on 1. Then Kung Fu Masters do have a defensive mechanism. They're blocked or counter. We do have to penetrate that defense, so we will spec into Spinal, 2 points into Spinal Tap. Then we're going to go and grab 2 points into our Z-Bomb because if it's a class that doesn't spin, I will always trade up a knockdown for a daze. Dazes are just so much more powerful, so much more that you don't have to deal with when you when you are dazing someone as opposed to knocking them down. So I will definitely trade the knockdown for the daze on the landmine. So I'll spring into that. Oh, your X daze, always want this bad boy. So 2 points into your sneak attack. It really helps with your combos, stacking poisons, and just that additional pressure, even if you're not able to change something, just when it's on the opponent, just how they have to play, knowing that that ability is on them. So really, really, really strong. 7 points, what am I missing? That's a lot of points. Right, here we go. Alright, so we have our poison moths as well. So we're going to put 3 points in our poison moth, and although if they play with the elbow counter, this poison moth doesn't really help because the elbow counter is considered an offensive ability. But if they do play with the other one, then you definitely are happy that you have this in handy. But yeah, even if they play with elbow counter, which you'll see that a lot, very often, don't worry, still a really great ability because it applies that additional poison stack, and they can't defend if they're on the ground knocked down if they have this on them. So I definitely recommend that you still play with this poison breath, poison moths. So we got four points left. Yep. Okay. So we got our 4 points. Usually you play with your Lotus Dance that would give you an immunity. Because you're really trying to buffer ability, you're trying to buffer time, you're really trying to stall, get your Q back up, your SS, your decoy back up, or protect yourself from an incoming ability. Now against KFMs, because your decoy is something that oftentimes they don't give a shit about because they're actually hoping that you're going to use your decoy. And queuing against KFMs is not something that there's not really so many offensive things that they can do to you that you're you really need to queue. You're always going to want your queue very similar to destroyers. You really want your queue up against destroyers because there's so many threats of incoming pressure. Against KFMs is not really like that. So it's less about you being scared of what they can do or their pressure, then you want to apply more of your own pressure. And also, the other big reason for why you don't take the Pentaslash Lotus Dance is because you don't want to give them free stacks of agility. As I mentioned before, if they queue while you're using your Lotus Dance, they're going to get free stacks of agility. And then let's say you want to chain your Lotus Dance into a knockdown, that's not going to work out so hot because they're going to evade. So what we're going to do is we're going to grab 2 extra points and make the Lotus Fury into Lotus Dance into Lotus Kick. This is a stun. It's a targeted area stun, so you have to be either behind the opponent or they have to be poisoned for it to kind of lock on, and it will stun them for 3 seconds. And this is you really want to kind of like make sure that you're really on top of the opponent when you use this ability. But yeah, really, really powerful like ability to like chain combos that you can initiate with it. Like really, really, really strong ability. I'll show you later on in the commentary section or the tips and tricks some good uses of this ability. So yeah, really, really powerful against KFMs because this way we don't have to give them free agility stacks. So yeah, so we got 2 points left. Here, I put 2 points into my Q. I love the 8-meter Q. I love the versatility that it brings with it. I love that you're able to now Q abilities that come in so fast, and that you need more time to register that they're coming into your radius for you to Q them or defend yourself or evade it. So I really like this ability. Increases your chi, like the chi regeneration you get from dodging. Love this ability so much. But I'm giving you options here. You can also play with the days from your Cyclone. Now I talked about this. I didn't talk about this, sorry. Now a lot of people love the days from the Cyclone sweep. According to my combo, the way I play the combos against KFMs, I have no use for this ability. For me, it's just a waste of 2 points. 1 point into it is nice, but even at the end of the day, if you don't put points into it, what it does is it knocks down and makes them unconscious. But really, the real use that you use this ability, why would you use this ability? It's because you really want to get the back roll out of the Kung Fu Master. That's really, at the end of the day, that's what you want, If you use this and they're under the unconscious side, if you don't have any points into it, you use this, don't back roll. Then you're just sitting there sleeping and regenerating health. So it's like, it's not really what I wanted to happen. But you can just always go behind them, stealth, start a ground combo. So don't have to worry about it. So no big deal. So putting 1 point into it just to reduce the cooldown. So if you find yourself really wanting to get these back rolls out of the way and they keep falling for it, and yeah, you can reduce the cooldown just to keep getting that out of your opponent, because it will go from 45 seconds down to 25. But yeah, if you want to play with days, yeah, definitely try it out. It's great if you want to combo in that manner. But for me, I don't really need it. You can play with 1 point into the time bomb. I would recommend just 1 point, not 2 for the knockdown. Again, dazes are better than knockdowns unless you're fighting a spinning class. So yeah, go for the knockdown over here. You can go for an extra points in the shadow step. Don't really recommend it. I don't think it's really useful having a blind. Big deal, like they're stunned. What does the blind matter? The blind's more powerful when they can't see what's going on and they're able to use abilities. But yeah, so or you can put 2 points into your lightning rend. I love 2 points in a lightning rend. I love knowing that I'll have this ability up every time I have a web. Every time I web, I will have my lightning rend up. Web is 18 seconds, lightning rend's 18 seconds. So I love knowing that. I love knowing that those abilities come hand in hand. They're so good hand in hand, and just having them up is just consistent for me. I love that. Or you can go and put 2 points into your Mist Slash for extra damage or chi regeneration. So really, really good. But here, for my sake, I'll go put 2 points into your sidestep. So that's Hum 1. That's it. Let's go to Hum 2. All right, 1 measly point. What can you do with one measly point? You know what? I'm gonna throw it into Mist Slash for some base increase in damage on my animation canceling. If I can, I will definitely invest points into Mist Slash. I just think it's really good. Like eventually I can get to the point where the increased damage on stunned and dazed enemies, like that's amazing if I can get there. So I definitely want to keep investing until I get there. You can also put 1 point into Time Bomb, 1 point into Cyclone, as I said before, as I went over it. But yeah, so here for this sake, I'm just going to go put 1 point into Mist Slash. Alright, Hum 3. Now hopefully by now, you get your hands on my favorite ability, is the 8-meter Shadow Slash. This is the fucking dank scope. I love this. I love this ability so much. So versatile, so great. So I hope that you guys get your hands on it. Some of you might want to play with this version, which does a shitload of damage to a stun target. I'm a guy who values utility over damage. I know the damage will come as long as I have the utility to put them to damage them. So so you know, I will never give up my 8 meter knockdown as opposed to some increase in damage. So, but you know, you're a different person. You can go for it if you want. Try it out, test it out. Let me know how it goes in the comments. But yeah, so I love this. This is what I do. So next we got Hung Move 4. 1 measly point. Kind of shitty. For now, if I were you, I would just stick it in Mistlash or try the Daze Bomb if you want, Cyclone if you want. With this. Now, I've kind of been like neglecting this ability. Because if you really want to shit on KFMs, you take this ability. You take the Party Stealth. Because Assassins always get the opener against Kung Fu Masters, and they have to blow their tab just because of the opener. And now you have your tab escape to then reopen on them. You have your flower to get away and potentially, you know, win out the neutral game and then get the opener on them. And then there's this 10 seconds of stealth that you press just by hitting a fucking button. Like, if I was a KFM, I'd just AFK. I don't play against it because it's just like, it's overkill. It's like literally grabbing a fucking, like, it's literally having like a 50 caliber sniper to go fucking rabbit hunting. It's just overkill. You just literally blow the fucking rabbit to oblivion. Like, there's nothing left for you to take home and even eat. So, if you want to be a huge fucking jerk, go for it and take this. You know, take it earlier. Take it at fucking Hung 1-1 or Hung 1-2 when you have that extra just 1 point. You know, you can go grab this ability. If you really want to fucking make that KFM, you know, make his day a nightmare. So just go and grab this bad boy. I don't play with it. I try to abstain from it because I don't believe in it for many reasons. But you know, it's there. But yeah, at this point I would just go grab 1 point into Cyclone Speed because utility. And then last 2 points of Hung 1-5. Me, as I said, I love pairing my web with my lightning rod. I will go and grab these two, pair them together. What I also would love to do, I would love to go grab 3 points of Mistlash. This is a significant increase of damage. I highly recommend it. I highly recommend that you use these two abilities in. Not these two abilities in unison. These 2 points for Mistlash if you can allocate them to that. So I would definitely recommend that you use the increased damage because no one ever complained about extra damage, right? And your animation counter is such a huge portion of it. So yeah, so now I sit back, I look back at my build and I go, alright, I got all the tools I need to fight Kung Fu Masters. So this is the general, rounded, all-around build, consistent, that you will need to fight Kung Fu Masters. And I gave you the variations if you want to try with different things. Alright, so let's go and move on to our tips and tricks section. So welcome to the tips and tricks section, and just like I do every single time, I'm going to start it out with openers. So, as you know how Assassins as you know, you've watched my beginner guide, you know some openers. Now, a lot of those openers are for enemies that have offensive pressure against you. Well, Kung Fu Masters have 0 offensive pressure against you. As in, there's really nothing that they can really do to you in the opener. They just run around and wait to get their ass plowed. So, one of the things that they can do, like their out of combat abilities, is, you know, they can jump around, and as they're sprinting and gliding, they can use an ability that, you know, dashes to you and knocks you down. Knockdown? Yeah, but you have to be on the ground for that. So it's like, it really doesn't really help. They can jump in the air and leg sweep you, but that's really, really risky. Or they can, you know, fucking do nothing. So you can just go in and RB against them. But KFMs have, you know, figured out something to do. Now here we go. IRB. Oh! Straight out of motherfucking FaZe Clan over here. So he baited my RB. The Kung Fu Master baited my RB. And then turned around and fucking took my legs from right under me. So be mindful. Be really mindful. This is one of the, things that that Kung Fu Masters have to do to kind of catch you, I guess, or get a really good opener on you. So yeah, definitely. But again, this is all subject to RNG, unfortunately for them. So if you do decide to just RB, which is very easy to understand if you're going to do it, do this. As soon as you get into stealth, SS as fast as you can. That way, it would take away the risk that you might get leg swept and taken out of stealth. So SS, see how they behave. If they're going to use any ability, what he does is SS's, then use your F, stun him, drop a Q, and hopefully you'll get their tab escape. And oh boy, he done fucked up now. The next opener we can do is a swap. And we don't have to even use our wood block when we're our decoy in the air because we're not really defending ourselves from anything. So just go in here, drop a swap, baby. So here we go. And now I just want to let you know, this bugs so often against Kung Fu Masters, more than I've ever seen it bug against any other class. So, you know, it doesn't always work out in this favor, but there you go. So welcome to my next section of tips and tricks, which is abusing of animations. And oh, this list is so long, and that's why this matchup is so unfavorable for Kung Fu Masters. So here we go. In this moment, and the topic is abusing the tab launch, air launch from the smash, the long range leap and smash that air launches you in the air, abusing that ability from Kung Fu Masters. Now he plays with the one that launches you regardless of if you're knocked down. So it penetrates also deflect. So here we go. I didn't have anything to follow up this aerial combo that I did. So he gets up, lifts me away, he knocks me down, and I back roll. And what he was going to do, and what he's doing right here, he's going to SS, get the distance he needs to be able to actually use that ability, and then leap to me. And he was hoping that I was going to get up and use a counter. Use a counter, or I wasn't going to do anything. So what am I going to do? Because it goes through defenses, I'm just going to hold Q. And here we go. That's it, boys. Jumps at you, long animation, hold mash Q, and then you'll get this, the Q on them, drop the stun. So my next trick of the trade, and one of my favorites and least favorite at the same time because it's just, oh, it's so unfair. It's such an abuse of like mechanics, and it's how to abuse the counter mechanic of Kung Fu Masters. Now if a Kung Fu Master uses a counter and you hit into it, it resends a projectile back at you. Not only does it stop whatever came at them, but it sends a projectile back at you. And you can decoy this projectile. So you can throw a swap out regardless if he's countering or not, and then decoy instantly right after you use your swap, and with the projectile will come at you and you will get into stealth. And this is just, I find this so unfair because it's like, you know, you're supposed to protect yourself. You know, the point of counter is supposed to protect yourself, and you're supposed to get rewarded when you counter something. And here it's just like, if you counter it, they still get stealth. The assassin still gets stealth, and if you don't counter it, you get swapped. So it's just like, it's a lose-lose situation when this happens. So if you want to swap a Kung Fu Master, swap them safely like this, because regardless of what happens, you're going to get stealth, period, unless he immunes it. So here we go. I got stunned by the Kung Fu Master. I'm going to use my flower and get away, and then watch. Flower, swap, counter. There I go. And there you go. He's dead. Oh, it's so unfair. So yeah, abusing the fucking counter mechanic with your tab and decoy. But now, what if you don't have your counter up? What if you don't have your counter up? Or if you just don't want to use it, like I did in here, which you shouldn't. You shouldn't. You should usually pair those two. What you can do is, you can abuse the animation or watch for it, and swap between their counter abilities. So here we go. I was in the middle of a big combo, and the opponent Kung Fu Master tab escaped. So what am I going to do? I'm going to Q around, and now I'm going to SS. I got my distance I need for my tab swap. I'm going to watch his hands. His hands go up, they come down, and I go into stealth. See, I used I used it with the decoy because in the case that I messed it up, then I would still get into stealth. But here I #calculated, timed it, JK. It just happens like that. So as you can see, that's what you can if you don't have your decoy. If you don't have your decoy, then there is a moment where you can definitely time it in between counters. And just for the sake of showing you, you can do the exact same with elbow counter. So here it is. So he ISS'd away. I've got my distance for my tab swap, and I'm gonna watch the animations. One goes up, it comes down, and you swap. Alright, so the next trick is all about pentaslash. So I'm gonna have next couple ones, and they're all about the comet dance, the pentaslash, whatever the fuck it's called. Now, how pentaslash works is that the Kung Fu Master version doesn't instantly launch you, like for example the Blade Master or the Blade Dancer version. It dazes you as it goes. So each tick will refresh a daze. Now, when you get hit, you're dazed, and then when you get hit again, it will refresh the daze. Now, if you haven't used your back roll, you'll see how your back roll works. You'll see how your back roll gets highlighted. Like, it will go and then it will refresh and refresh and refresh. So how you want to work about this is, and now I'm not fully conscious or sentient, because this is, this takes a relative, like, serious amount of skill to be able to really, watch for it and being really conscious about using your back roll correctly. But here I did it, thankfully, so I have the footage to show you. And here we go. I'm going to cue the pentaslash. Now, what I'm going to do is, what I did, not what I'm going to do because I didn't, what I did was I got hit by the pentaslash, and as I got hit, it refreshed my back, as I got hit, I waited right in between the next time I was about to get hit, so right before that, so that in my animation of the back roll, one of the hits of pentaslash, their pentaslash hit me, so I was immune to it. So I had a fraction of a second between the pentaslash, the next tick, to be able to get on my feet and then cue around. And then that amount of iframe allowed me to be able to LB stun them. So watch, here we go. So we're gonna play this. I draw my flower. He tab skates, back roll, and what's it called? He started it out of his tab escape, and he started his pentaslash. It was really quick, it was really hard to see, but yeah, he started the pentaslash. It hit. I back rolled. It hit again in the back roll, and then I queued, came around, got an extra immunity frame because I was in my immunity, and then I LB stunned. So there you go. So the next little thing we can work around the pentaslash, the pantsu slash, is we can use our flower in unison with this, and we don't have to use our back, or we can just straight up use our flower. So here we go. I'm gonna stun it right here. I'm gonna cue a tab escape. I get ice taken out. He's queuing around me. I proc the thing. He's queuing around me. I'm not using my decoy. Use my flower, and because in the usage of my flower, I'm immune. He didn't have his Q. He didn't have his E. He couldn't do anything about this. So he uses his pentaslash on me. And then I use my flower, and I get the immunity frames from my flower during the travel and just a little second after. And then I hit them with a stun. And there you go. And end it. Drop that pile drive. Oh, PogChamp! Now what a lot of KFMs do is that out of the pentaslash, they will go and they will use their 4. Those, what's it called? Because you use your back roll already, so they're going to hit you with a daze, and now you don't have anything to get out of it except for, of course, your tab escape. So here we go. I'm going to play a little more of this one just to show you what can happen, because I think it's good that you guys watch this. So I'm going to start the match. I draw my flower, go into stealth, and he ices, takes me out of stealth, and watch. Here we go. He uses his pentaslash, as you see. I'm dazed. I'm back rolling, and boom! I cue the incoming comic strike. What's it called? The comet strike. I don't fucking know. The fucking quick scope. Out of the the fucking penta slash. So there you go. So last but not least for my tips and tricks section is just a little one, and this is just using their tab ice their ice block to then reposition yourself, re-stealth, and reset your stealth bar. So here we go. I got a stealth. The game just started. What's he gonna do? He's gonna use his ice. I'll proc that shit. I'll get right behind him, and I'll fucking walk right into stealth. And there we go. Start your shit. So my next trick of the trade is dealing with seizes. Now, as I said, you'll rarely see a seize, and it comes out of an aerial combo most of the time, if not all of the time, if you're ever going to see it. So now in this seize, Kung Fu Masters have a variety of abilities that they can use. They have 5. 2 of them you can, 5. 4 of them that you can counter. 1 of them that you can't. One of them is very similar to the Destroyer, where they're punching you. You can't do anything about that. It's just what they're doing. So the other 4 abilities you can, and they have specific animations that you can see. One of them is like, an armbar, one of them is a headbutt, one of them they punch you, or they punch you for more damage. That was a little tricky to decipher between the other one. And then the last one is, the one that sleeps you, the headbutt that sleeps you. The headbutt that sleeps you, or whatever, one of them sleeps you, makes you unconscious. Oh, the neck break, the sleeper hold. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, headbutt doesn't sleep you. So they have animations for them. You look at it, you watch it, and then you hit your counter when you see it. So watch, here we go. Play the thing. Oh, grabs me in the fucking air. Alright, here it comes. Oh, he goes for the armbar, and then you stun him, hit him in the fucking face, and pile drive. So for my next trigger trade is working around the Q&E. Now, when you hit into one of their Q&Es, they know that now their triple kick is their multi kick is up, and you better fucking fear for your life unless you're at like 92% health. But you still want to work around it, so when you hit it, you want to use everything in your power to stall out as much time, because you can only use it for a certain amount of time. It's like, it's only there for a little bit. And so you want to make sure they really can't connect to you and get within melee range to use that ability. So, what you're going to do is you're going to Q, you're going to SS, you're going to RB bolt away, you're going to do everything in your power to get the hell out of there. But in this case, just the Q was necessary. So here I'm going to show you what it looks like. So here I was coming out of a combo. I did an RKO, and I was trying to get greedy and see if I can put down a bomb and knock her down, because my poisons are about to fall down. So here we go. I try to put down a bomb. Boom! You saw that resist. There's a Q. There's a resist right there. Fuck! Holy shit! I'm in trouble. Holy shit! I'm in trouble. Gotta do something about it. Instantly Q, because there it came. There was that triple kick right there. And you Q, back it up for a second, go back in for the stun, and finish it, boys. I don't know why I didn't launch. So my next trick is all about defending yourself at a safe distance. Now, when you're playing a neutral game against a Kung Fu Master, the best place that you want to be is a safe distance away from them. You don't want them running circles around you and being on top of you, because that's where they have their pressure. Your pressure really stands from when you're further away from them, because that's when they're threatened. Because their most important mechanism for defense is their Qs and their Es. Also, it's their most important defensive offensive mechanism, because they need the triple kick to initiate, the multi kick. And you know what it's like, and I just showed you how you can abuse their counter. So when you tab swap them with your decoy, it's really a win-win situation for you and lose-lose for them. So yeah, here we go. The best place to defend yourself with your decoy is at a safe distance, because they only have a certain amount of initiators, all of them actually, except for their tab where they jump towards you and launch you into the air. Everything except for that, your decoy will deal with. So that's where you want to protect yourself. So as I said before, one of their main gap closers is SSing and then using a knockdown, and they chain their tremor off of that, their V-stun, or their mountain, I don't know what it's called, their tremor, off of that. So yeah, so you definitely want to defend yourself against it. So here we go. I'm going to play this clip. I'm going to swap him. He uses his ice. I can still get my stealth. He's going to come out and he's going to go, ooh, straight out of face clan. Look, he just SS'd. He just SS'd. I'm back rolling. I know what he wants to follow this one up with. So here we go. I'm going to use wood block. Boom. Punish it on the animation because he's still stuck in it. Go for it, boys. Finish him. So my next trick of the trade is dealing with pressure point. So here I just had pressure point put on me by this Kung Fu master. So now I'm not in a combo, so I know at the end of these 10 seconds that I'm going to get knocked down. So how am I going to work around it? Well, I'm going to go around my general play, and when the time gets lower, then I'll have to think about it. So here we go. Ooh, I got into stealth. Excellent. So I'm going to get a stealth. I'm going to do a combo. Here we go. 6 seconds, 5 seconds, 4, 2, 1, and I'm going to SS, resist, and then finish my combo and complete it. So oftentimes, if I have pressure point on me, and I do find myself in a position where I'm in the middle of a combo, I'm going to have to go for it still, then I'm going to try to stall in time to where my important abilities like SSing, like getting into stealth from that web, kind of come in hand with having to use that. So yeah, I could have also queued it if it happened a little later. You know, I'll stun him and then I'll queue and then I'll continue my combo. So last but not least, in my tips and tricks section is my personal favorites, which are the sneaky beaky plays. Now, what these plays are? They're just cheeky little ways to initiate on your opponent when you don't have. When you don't have your tab swap, or you just want to try different things and get different abilities out of the way, or just like go right in for something really quickly when you don't want to rely or need to kind of use a wood block, cue one of their abilities or decoy. So you really want to put on the pressure. So here we go. This is one of my favorites that I use versus all classes, because versus all classes I have my 3 knockdown, and I love this ability. So here we go. Let's roll the clip. I'm going to SS, and now I have my F, my Leaf Sunner that will get me right behind a target, and they can't defend because their counter is only a 180 cone, and he just uses SS as well. So there's no way that he's going to be able to counter this because I go right behind him. And he doesn't have the reaction speed to change his camera angle, unless he predicts it, of course. So here we go. I'm going to SS, I'm going to use my F, and I'm going to hit him with a 3. F3, stun him, drop my bomb, go for the combo, baby. Here we go. And then you can do a complete and entire ground combo from there, working around the fact that you start from the web. So don't launch now. Don't kick him into the air. Pretend that you've just already done an aerial combo and go for the entirety of the ground section. So the last sneaky beaky play, and very similar to the SS, F, and 3 that we just saw right before, is the SS, F, C of our C stun, because unlike the 3 knockdown, the C is a stun, and you can think of this as a free LB stun, Spinal Tap, and start a whole entire kill combo off of it. Unlike the 3 that you have to web, and you're starting from the ground portion. So really, really, really powerful. And I prioritize this, if I have it up, I prioritize using the SSF3 in this scenario against Kung Fu Masters, because I don't have this ability against other classes. So yeah, and how your C works is that if there's a poison stack on the enemy, or that you're directly behind, and thankfully your F comes right for that ass, your C will stun them instantly. So here we go, let's play it. I'm going to put a Moss, I'm going to SS, F, and 3. And there you go, baby. Go for it. So welcome to the commentary section. You know, Kung Fu Master games are really quick. You go in, you get the opener, you stun them, they tab escape, you stun them a couple seconds later, you know, when your cooldowns are back up, and then you kill them. So they're really, really quick, really, really straightforward. Not really much to talk about. So I have 2 examples of really straightforward games. Then I will have some games that, you know, have more neutral game going on. So here we go, 2 straightforward games. Let's play them out. So we started out, drop your flower, jump into your as high as you can, drop your flower, go in, RB. Look at that. Look, he leg swept, I evaded. Fucking RNG. I know how it feels like, when I fight PV assassins, so it really sucks. And he used also his quick scope too. So he's out 2 of his 3 AoE abilities that he can use to get me out. So actually 4, including his ice. So, right now he's kind of like, fuck. So, SS, F, go stun him, drop a Q for good measure, learn how your opponent plays, uses ice, takes me out, and I proc it. So he uses his 1 stun, misses, uses other, and then I flower away and abuse his counter. I swap and counter, go back into stealth, and there's a combo. That's it. It's over from here. So, against KFM is it's not really fair. Just the matchup in general, it's just so much that they have to deal with and have to really outplay assassins. So I feel for them. But at the same time, they fucking eat everything on the ladders, and they're the second most played class. So whatever, something's gotta fucking eat them. Resident sleeper. All right, so we got the second game, and this game's kind of funny because watch. I swap him, and I go up into the air, and then I kind of bug around, and then he pentaslashes me into dazes, and I'm still kind of hanging out, and then I just glide right into fucking stealth. Oh, he's pissed. I know he's so pissed. Fuck. That's it. No, he's got a poison stack, kick him in the back of the head. There you go, boys. That's it. Now he dies. Welcome to Assassin versus Kung Fu Master. But I swear to God, I'm sure there's assassins out there that fucking PvE Kung Fu Masters, and I'm just like, it's like so disgusted. But then again, I also don't use the X stealth. Jesus, if assassins use X stealth, they wouldn't even have to, you wouldn't have to tab escape or even use your fucking V flower. Psh. So for the next clip, I just want to show you that just because it's so easy to beat a Kung Fu Master doesn't mean that you shouldn't be fucking terrified of the amount of damage that they can put out. They're the second most populated on the ladders for a reason. And let me show you. So if you mess up, if he catches you, shit can get really scary real quick. So watch, drop a swap. Here we go. I didn't cue the tab this time because he just tabbed so quickly. But I procced the thing, kicked him in the face, got into stealth. Alright. So I come in, thinking my swap was off cooldown, but it wasn't. So I could have won and stealth right into his back, but I didn't. Okay. So he triple kicked me on a resist. I had a tab escape. Here we go. Let's do this, boys. So here's your combos. Oof. Big deeps. To the mouth. RKO. Ooh. Oh. Ah, shit. Alright, I'm caught. Damn! Okay. Alright. We're fine, right? No! No! Press all buttons! Press all of them! Use V! SS, F, 3! Calculated. Kappa. So enough for straightforward games. I'm going to show you a match where we had to put in some dank cues to get the win. So here we go. Check how he's moving. Guard being a stealth. SSF. Oh, alright. So he iced that right as I opened. Good timing. Ooh. Bang the slash and he got me. Dropped the bomb. He just tabbed out of nothing, dude. Alright, so he fucking tabs, gets up, and I swap him. Oh, man, here we go. But I don't have anything, so I'm going to just pile drive him. So he gets up, he uses that. Oh, fucking took my legs from underneath me. Oh, he SS'd. Alright, so he's either going to knock me down or he's going to use his tap. So what I'm going to do, I don't have my wood block, I'm going to mash freaking Q. Here we go. Oh, tab. Oh, big money Q, baby. Okay. Drop Dropped the RKO. I had my C, so I stunned him then. But then I was waiting for my launch to come back up, and it just wasn't coming up. So I used my C, and I was like, okay, so C, the launch doesn't come up throughout the duration of C. So instead of using the RKO, I'm going to kick him quickly because he's got a poison stack on him, get it back into stealth, and then use my 4 and my 4 stun, and hope that my launch will come up now. Come on, dude. Okay, I didn't, so I'm going to RKO again. Went to drop a bomb, see if I could follow up with some more CC. Nope, he dropped the Q, resist. Fuck. Here we go. We know that a triple kick's coming. Multi-kick. Ooh, big money Q on the multi-kick. SS, F, drop a stun. RKO for some dumb reason. I'm going to 3 him. He's going to SS. And then, ooh, another one. On the Shinsho Ryuken. Yeah, there you go. He SS, F. So he SS, knocked me down. I back row, and then he punched me, and that disables my, as you can see, it disables my defense abilities. Here we go. I draw my moths on him because he's using the regular counter, and then I wanted to SS, get some distance, and then I could have swapped him for free. Because now I have that defense on that defense seal on me, so I can't use my decoy to safely swap and then decoy. So I want to use my moss, but he resisted again, as you can see. So oh shit, he hit me with it. I had my tab escape though. He has his tab escape because it's been a while, but I made sure to drop my flower the second I stunned him because I didn't have my Q. So I knew if he tab escaped and I didn't drop my flower and I didn't have my Q, I was going to be in a lot of fucking trouble. I was dead for sure. So I dropped my flower. Perfect. He's used Comet Slash on me and he Q'd, and then he used his his right mouse button because he's sitting there mashing it, hoping that I use my decoy, but I didn't. I Q'd instead, and he gave me stealth. So at that point, you just run right in, you stun him, and you end the game. That's it, boys. So those are some big money Qs that game that allowed me to, make up for the fact that I was just trolling around. So here we got another game where some dank money Qs, saves our asses, and let's start it out. So we'll jump in the air, and drop our flower, and just RB right in there. Oh, he uses ice. Okay, excellent. He uses ice, he uses Pentaslash, he's dazing me. I'm going to make sure that I back roll right at the end of this daze, and I'm going to Q to avoid any incoming ability. So I back, perfect. Stun him, do the combo. Okay, so he has his tab escape up. And he uses it there. Alright, dude. Okay, Tremor. Oh, and he was a little too slow on the Tremor, and I Q'd as it was coming in. So drop a dirty Q, hit him with the RKO, go for a C stun because it's up now. Oh, okay, so my launch didn't come off of cooldown. Let's not use the RKO out of the C stun. Let's use our kick, get back into stealth, follow up with our 4 stun. Still nothing. All right, you know what? We're gonna. I went for the knockdown, but I was too slow because I was trying to regenerate chi the whole time. So then he Qs around me. Oh fuck! Triple kick, and I Q the triple kick. Go back in, drop a stun, launches up, and that's it. Simple. Make sure you always catch those back rolls, guys. Got to really practice that. Really, really important. I have 3 games, and in these games, I played them without using my tab escape. And I wanted to not use my tab escape because I wanted to show more neutral game. I wanted to, I went in and I was like, you know what, I'm not going to use my tab escape because I need neutral game footage for this. So I went in, and you'll see how the KFM is playing around my tab escape, like really, really terrified of my tab escape because it's such a terrifying ability, especially to a KFM, the assassin tab escape. So I did not. So this KFM doesn't know that I'm not going to use it at any point, and you'll see how he's trying to work around it. So this allows me to have more neutral game time with him. So let's roll the clip. This way I can show you guys what to do when things aren't going particularly right. So I'm going to run at him because assassins have all of their pressure. I drop a swap, but it bugs. Okay. So right there, I'm gonna put my moss on him, but he was a little too close and he just queued, so he resisted. So all right, he's got triple kick up. So here we go. He triple kicks. He's using now the triple kick that doesn't pierce my decoy, but it also works on SS's, and it's a 9-meter range, an 8-meter range. So it's a longer distance. So all right, okay. So now I know that, it's really good to know. So here we go. Q around him. I'm going to use my kick here. He's going to back roll. What I would like to do is follow up with a 3-stun. So here we go. I tried for it, but he countered it. Whatever. I was a little too slow there. Okay. So I Q thinking something's coming. Nope. So he SS's. Here, I know he's coming with a tab. Once he SS's, he's coming with a knockdown kick, or he's coming in with a big tab. Unfortunately, I don't have my Q because I just used it. So I'm a little scared. So I'm a little scared. So I'm going to use my decoy, and I'm going to hope that it's knockdown kick. But he comes in with the pentaslash instead. So he Qs around. And now my flower falls. Oh, sorry, I used my flower quickly. Really good of me, thankfully. Okay, so I use my flower, and he's kind of preoccupied. He's like, all right, so flower's about to fall, thinking I'm not going to use it, and or I was going to be too late on it. And he follows up with his Z spinning the helicopter dick kick. And in this time, he wasn't prepared for it. I flowered away. I'm going to drop a swap. Perfect. Caught him. There's his tab escape. All right. I should have queued it quicker. Too bad. So now he also uses a tab escape that launches me away, which lets me know that he's using the tab launch that launches me not based on my that will launch me in the air even if I'm not knocked down. Okay, so he's using it. Boom, in the air. All right. So he's gonna get up, thinking I was going to tab escape, but I didn't. So here we go. Ooh, triple kicked. And still thinks that I got. But look how scared he is. He ran away thinking that I'm going to use my tab escape. Nope, not at all. So I'm gonna drop my moths. Okay, so he came in towards me. Perfect. So I'm gonna SS, drop a swap. Okay. He's using elbow counter. It's the first time I got to really look at it. So he's using elbow counter because moths is on him. There's no reason for him to not be able to use his counter. All right, then if I knew that earlier, I would have used my decoy as well with it, but I didn't. So I stealthed into his face. So now I have I won into his face. So now I have one ability that's going to save me from the evade. Okay, if he doesn't use anything at that time, he ices. He's behind me. And he days it. What's it called? He goes for the quick scope and then followed up with the Shoryuken. Didn't work because I back rolled out of the way. So I thought that he was going to still be stuck in the animation a little bit of the uppercut, and I was going to use my C. Didn't work out. So now he's got max agility stacks. Fuck, not good. All right, I'm going to come up behind him. Evade, max agility. Remember, boys, I made a mistake. I wasn't looking. All right, here comes a knockdown kick. I got up really quickly. Okay, so now he has a poison stack on him, and I SS'd away from when he was using his leg sweep, and then I F'd behind him, and I didn't have my 3 because I missed it. I didn't have my C because I messed that one up too. So I'm going to SS, F, get behind him, and hit him in the back of the head with my hook kick, and get into stealth from there. So excellent. All right, I'm in stealth. Go for it. Right, I've been wasting too much time. Okay, drop my flower. Something's coming. Anything? Nope. Ooh, right between elbow counters. His elbow went up, and then it came down, got it right in between. So lucky me. Calculated. No, I mean, wow, I'm so good. So I like totally like knew it and I like timed it perfectly. Kappa. All right, so there we go. Go for the launch. And now he just uses tab escape, so he's pretty much screwed right here, unless I mess up my combo severely. Here we go over the combo. Today's, no, chase that thing. He tried to go for a spinny dick kick. Didn't work out. So here we go. See, near, and oh, a little bit of beer. Excellent. All right, so here we got the follow-up to that exact same game. So let's run the clip. Okay, so I'm going to run at him because we got all the pressure, right? We're assassins. We don't have to give a shit about anything in this matchup. Oh, drop swap. Oh, he resisted it. Really nice. Oh, see, look, he tried to go for that long-range triple kick because he resisted on the back step. And look at his distance. He's 9 meters away. If he's only 1 little meter, he would have caught me. He would have nailed me with that stun. So, a little miscalculation by him, but good try, that definitely for sure. So you go, drop a moss. We're gonna wait. I'm mashing Q there. Okay, nothing came in. Oh, there we go. That's what I was waiting for. All right, drop the RKO. Go for the C stun. Launch him. Okay, so where's this tab escape? Where is it? There it is, boys. Okay. So we're in good jump in the air. Oh, fuck. I thought that was over. All right. So he tried to go for a quick scope. Didn't work out. Shit, dude. I thought my launch would have been over. Okay, so we're going to Moss, and we're going to use our... we're going to Moss, and we're going to use our 3 here. So here, I don't know why I went for the RB stun. Somewhere in my head kind of was like, hey, maybe he's going to counter, but he has moths on him and everything. And he's not even using a normal counter, he's using elbow counter. So I was like, oh, whoops. So there we go. He got me Searing Palm as on me, but he didn't follow it up because he's, of course, scared of my tab escape. Ooh, all right. I got the chi back from dodging that 3. I got 6 chi back, but I didn't get into stealth. Really weird. I didn't understand that one. That was odd. All right, so he SS's away. I SS away. He's got moths on him, but he's using elbow counter, so who gives a shit? Okay, what's coming in? What's coming in? Oh, so he's not coming anywhere, so I'm going to drop a swap. And I don't have SS. Sorry, I didn't have SS there. And the timing was off for me to Q. I should have, you know what? I should have used another stun to prolong, to restart a new stun, and then Q'd safely. And then I would have been able to follow it up, but I didn't there. But I didn't there. Oh well. So I get knocked down from the Searing Palm. All right. So we go SSF. I had my C, but didn't get it off, unfortunately. So here he's. So yeah, that plan didn't work out. So here he drops the Penta Slash on me. I back roll it near the end, and then I try to go for a C stun. I should have gone for a Q because if he followed that one up with a stun, because again he's thinking about my tab escape this whole time. That's why he didn't follow it up. So he so if he followed that one up, I should have Q'd instead of using my C. But so you don't want to use your C out of a back roll like that. That's really out of back roll. That's really silly. But yeah, if he followed up, I would have been in a lot of trouble. So I dropped my flower. Flower came back up. Put the moss on him. Okay, I kick him in the back of the head. Here we go. All right. So the elbow counter came up. Thankfully, my tab swap was coming off a cooldown right as soon as his elbow came down, and I tab swapped him. Here we go. Drop stun. Oh, and all right. Here's his tab escape. So I try to get up quickly there, but he gap closed to me, knocked me back down again. Shit. Ooh, all right, perfect. He went for the daze, and it was a little too slow. I was already getting up, and I was able to decoy it because I knew I didn't have to worry about his multi-kick because he's using the 9-meter multi-kick, the 8-meter one, the long-range one. So I didn't have to worry about that. And I decoy, and right in his face, and I get into stealth. Perfect. Alright, so he ices. I get stuck in a root. Shoryuken to the mouth. Alright, Searing Palm on me. He resists because I was in my smoke grenade there. and he queued at that time. All right, and then he kind of he waited a little bit too long, and he used a spinny dick kick, and didn't get me, and I queued it there. But I got burned. I got taken out from the burn of the searing palm, and I got stuck out. And then he used the multi kick that he got from my smoke grenade, and he stuns me here. So right. Again, he wasn't able to follow it up because he missed that one. He missed that spinny crane kick because I queued it. So he didn't have anything to follow it up. I SS, F, try to go for a 3. Didn't work out because he's got max agility. Alright, so let's hang out. So he's running far away because he's got fuck nothing. He's got no tab escape, and he's scared of my tab escape. So I used a swap thinking I was going to get in between. Didn't work out. I didn't have my decoy to make it safe. Messed that one up. But whatever. Alright, so since I stealthed right into his... I used my infiltrate into his face and I didn't get in stealth, I have one ability that would evade. 199% chance to evade the next incoming ability. So here he uses his uppercut because he just countered. And that it would knock me down usually, and it would take away my defense. But because I had the evade from the 1, it didn't work. So right, he took it out, and oh, here comes the pen slash. So I back roll, went for that C again. Really fucking weird. But then again, like yeah, it's really fucking. Don't do that shit, guys. Like, ugh. So here we go. Ooh, quick scope. Ooh, Shoryuken to the mouth. All right, he's gonna let me down. Oh, here comes a tab launch. Okay, so alright, I'm in a little bit of trouble here. So look at that. He what's it called? I came down and I got up with my 1 and he was too slow. He didn't think, he thought I was going to use a ground counter. And he went for his tremor stun. But I used my 1 instead and got up. And I have that resistance iframe once it's gotten past a certain amount of that ability to get you up onto your feet. So there you go. I resisted that ability, which would have completely sealed the deal, and I get up. So you don't really want to get up if you feel that they're not expecting it. So he SS's, comes in, drops the knockdown kick, and I defended myself from it from a distance because he just really telegraphed. It was kind of obvious. So I stunned him, and then, you know what? I haven't stunned him in a while. Drop a Q. Perfect. All right, got everything on him. That's it, boys. Over for you. So yeah, it's a lot of neutral game, a lot of decision making going on in that scenario, and then boom, Allahu Akbar, later. All right, in our last game in the commentary section, another game to show a lot of neutral game. Here we go. Drop your flower, drop a swap. Fucking swap bugs, man. So. Even I went for the 4 in I think the previous game and it didn't work out. So I tried to go for 3 this game, and the duration of the 3 allowed him to SS. So I missed that one. He resisted it. So now he probably has his 9-meter triple kick, his 8-meter triple kick. Oh, he didn't use it. So he iced me, and really kind of clever. So he iced me, and I was immobilized, and he tried to go for that quick scope, but I SS F proc the ice. And I thought he was going to break it earlier than that. I was waiting for it, trying to predict it. Didn't work out. And here he drops the panda slash on me. Okay. So I'm going to use my flower. I'm going to save my back roll. I'm going to use my flower. And he's going to SS here. Super telegraph, guys. Like, he SS's, what is he going to do? And, just super obvious. So, yeah, you decoy, drop the stun. And there's a tab escape. Alright. The launch. Okie doke. See what he does now. Oh, he seized me. Let's see how well this is going to work out for you. Nope. Drop the stun. And now he's in trouble. And now he's in so much trouble. He just tab escaped. Unless I seriously fuck this one up, he's dead. And I'm pretty sure I won't. So here we go. Drop 3. Oh. Damn, that was good. That was good that he got up really quickly like that. Probably because he was just mashing 1, his counter, thinking he was going to get up. But yeah, I didn't have my kick to get me back into stealth because I used it to get into stealth the first time around. Probably should have SS, dropped the swap or something like that, but yeah, I was there. Okay, he SS. What's gonna come? Oh, alright, so I SS'd. And that was, he read that one this time around. Like he's like, okay, so this guy's been SS, F, and using an ability, so I'm gonna fucking turn the fuck around and counter that shit. Really nice of him. Here we go. He ices me, I'm stuck in place, drops the tremor. He's still scared of my tab escape, so he's launching me a lot. He's trying to launch me because he's really terrified. Look how he's queuing around, he's assing away, like he's really scared of this tab escape. So I drop Moss on him, and he resisted it. So fuck, I know that triple kicks up. Alright, time to deal with it, boys. I'll SS. There we go. So he triple kicked in a different direction because he didn't think. So he used it really quickly, but I knew that it was coming, so I SS'd away. Alright, so SS, F. Oh, alright, here's a Penta Slash. Gonna flower away. Drop a swap on his after his SS. Surprised I didn't catch his iframe, to be honest. Oh, and there's his tab escape. Alright, so he's running away from me. I'm gonna SS, F. Ooh, drop a 3. Oh, alright, so he quick scoped me. I tried to get up there because I thought, I was like, okay, so he's going to stand off thinking I'm going to tab escape. I can try to get up for free. He saw it, he read it, he didn't read it, he saw it, I'm pretty sure he saw it, and he hit me with the quick scope. Hits me with the quick scope, goes for the Shoryuken. Alright, we look like we're in a little bit of trouble. Oh, we're in a lot of trouble here. SS, he goes for the tab. Really telegraphed, like you just know something's coming in. So I was like mashing, so you mash Q, and there you go, boys. And I believe he just uses tab escape. So yeah, just end it really quickly because you don't have much time. All right, yeah, well, whatever. So once you have applied all the tips, tricks, and techniques in this guide, and have become a certified KFM killing machine, and now are able to slay KFMs faster than you can eat Dorito and drink Mountain Dew, then you will be able to unlock the secret ultimate Hongmon technique passed down from generations of MLG slayers to generations. And that, my friends, is a hammer cancelling technique. Take it away, my man.
17 out of 10. You mean 9 out of 11, Caparas? 1 and 2 3 1 2. Ooh, boys! And then the back flip. 1. No, where was I? Where were we? Okay, 2. Two. Whew. Oh, fuck, I forgot that one. 1, 2. Oh, boys, we doing this. And stealth, because he didn't want to do anything. And he's gonna do this, and then gonna hit him with that, and then he's gonna. No, fuck! I missed the quick scope, boys. This is where I died in 6 seconds of KFM damage. Oh, nice. What are we doing? Pew! Oh. Damn, dude. Come on, hit him with CC. Like, not bad. Thank you. 1. No, I'm not gonna get 2 out of that. And then 2. And then, Ooh. 1, 2. Beautiful, boys. Beautiful. We in this. 1, 2. 1, 2. Yes! Yes! Oh!
So that is it for my guide. Thank you all for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed it and learned something. And now we're going to go out and slay a whole bunch of Kung Fu Masters and make them cry. Because, frankly, you should be making them cry. But yeah, so I'm just gonna leave. I'm just finish off this guide with some screenshots that you guys sent in about logging your progress. And if you haven't sent me a screenshot, if you've gotten to the goals that you wanted to achieve, then please send me what you guys got. Send me a screenshot with a little thank you note if you want to say something like that, or you guys can just send just a basic screenshot like this. So Adopted Core, you just started playing. Congrats, my man. Keep going. Go for that platinum. Asmina, congratulations on your platinums. That's some nice soulstone revenue that you can get going now. Good stuff. Keep going. Obos, so you just started playing. Congrats on gold, getting to gold pre-level 45. So good stuff. Keep it up, my friend. Manoctum, also 1700. So close. 200 points away, man. So keep going. Keep going. Nonchalant, you are most definitely welcome. 69 just started playing. Keep it up, man. Thank you for enjoying my guides. Arovit, I had the pleasure of playing Arena against you just the other day. I believe I was just randomly queuing, and I had the pleasure of playing against you. So yeah, I just got the plat, and I think I was just looking at the rankings, and you also got the diamond. So congratulations, man. Good stuff. I'm glad to see that. I'm glad to see Supa Hot Scrubbers getting the diamond. So good job, man. Here we go. Where's your name, man? I can't see it. Where's it at? Fuck! I can't see your name. Sylvanas? I think your name's Sylvanas? I think. Well, good job, Sylvanas. Keep it up. Got the gold. Platinum's next step. The titanium white. So here, Sight, as I said at the beginning, the first Supa Hot Scrubber to get the diamond. So yeah, I showed him at the beginning of the guide. Just showing it again. Really proud of you, my friend. Really good stuff. Great job. Alex Puccio, are you super hot now? You are definitely super hot now. Thank you, my man. Thank you for enjoying the guides. Platinum, keep it up, man. Yellow XV dunking on a fucking Force Master to get to get the platinum. Holy shit, dude. Good shit. Teach me, write the guide, Force Master guide for me, man. You 2-0'd that nerd. So, teach me how you do that. So, good job, man. Keep it up. Go for that diamond. Fexy, 1800 now after being stuck at 1400. Good job, man. So close. 100 points from diamond. 100 points from platinum. You probably already got there by now. Good stuff. Keep it up, man. Shiv, nice costume. Good choice. You're a man after my own heart. That's for sure. Now I just got platinum. Hopefully, man, you can turn that mask that you got into the same diamond one that I got, and have my same outfit. So keep it up, man. Keep pushing that rating. It's a pretty good win-loss you got there too. So you can definitely do it. Axel, took me a while. Kappa fucking Ross. Puns on puns of damage, baby. Good job, man. Congrats on platinum. And yeah, so that is it. So I'll be doing this again at the end of my next guide or videos. And that is it. SlackerInc signing off. Take care, boys.